Hey, this is Apibal. It is now 12:53 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, February 5th, 2015. However, this is for my blog post of Wednesday, February 4th, 2015, which is still a full moon. The full moon is still in effect. So today's topic that I'm naming it is From Empowerment to Accepting Responsibility. I am the next step in evolution. I am divinity. So first of all, I woke up this morning and for some weird reason I started like thinking about all the quotes from Game of Thrones that, God, I wonder if I'm gonna watch the new season. Anyway, from the Game of Thrones with the red lady, or her name is Lady Dre. Like, I was thinking about all the quotes, like winter is coming. Like the war that's going on means nothing. So I woke up and I just like looking up for her quote, and I just start posting it like, Lady Melisandre, this war of 5 kings means nothing. The true war lies with the north, my king. Death marches on the wall. And another quote she said, look to your sins, Lord Renly. The night is dark and full of terrors. And the next one I like is, Lord of Light, come to us in our darkness. We offer you these false gods. Take them and cast your light upon us, for the night is dark and full of terrors. After the long summer, darkness will fall heavy on the world. The stars will bleed. The cold breath of winter will freeze the seas, and the dead shall rise in the north. And the last one that I like was when she was sacrificing Gendry. She said to Gendry, right, that, like, no, in the beginning he was saying something like how, like, telling him that he has the power within him to change the course of the world, and like his sacrifice kind of fucked up, really. But then his sacrifice, he has the power to change the course of the world and to bring kings down to their knees. She was saying to him, death is coming for everyone and everything. The darkness will swallow the dawn. But then there's a scene, I guess, talked with the Stannis Baratheon. He said, what do you mean to do with him, Lady Melisandre? You know what I mean to do with him, Stannis. Then why bathe him and dress him in fine clothes? If it needs to be done, then do it. Don't torture the boy, Lady Melisandre. Have you ever slaughtered a lamb? Stannis, no. Lady Melisandre, if the lamb sees the knife, she panics. Her panic seeps into the meat, darkens it, fouls the flavor. Stannis, and you've slaughtered many lambs, Lady Melisandre, and none have seen the blade. Good writing. Good writing. So anyway, so today I woke up and I was laying in bed after that, right? And Momo came into the room and jumped in bed, and I was like feeling like joyful and ecstatic. Oh, Momo come to say hi to me. And then all of a sudden I did see this like luminescent flash onto like the objects around me. Like on my pillow, like to the side of my vision, like not onto everything, but like to the side of my visions. And I was like, what the hell? It kind of looks like, I mean, obviously luminescent is bio energy, bio light. This doesn't cause heat, and was kind of like a scary light movement. So to me, it's kind of like me gaining another level of my evolution. And I don't know how to duplicate it yet, but I have a feeling that it has something to do with the state of ecstasy. And I don't know what the benefit of being able to cast that luminescence either. Not yet. And then I do. What did I do? Oh yeah, and then I was like today has been another revelation. I guess it just goes to with my dream from yesterday, saying that everything will come in time. With the train thing, that I would get to where I need to be at 12 during the day and not at 2 p.m. that day. I find it funny because I was kind of expecting and hoping that something big was going to happen to me on full moon. So in the way, that dream in the afternoon yesterday was kind of telling me that something will happen later and in the divine time. Right? And I'll get to that, why it's important today. And I was kind of doing things around the house, cleaning and stuff like that, and then thought process was going. I was doing things on the computer, and then the funny thing too was I was thinking that I was at the computer doing things, and then I started typing onto my Facebook status, but I said, I seriously need 6 computer monitors and 2 computers. This setup ain't cutting it anymore. God, enjoy me, make it happen, go. And then half a minute to a minute later, because I was kind of looking up a word that I need to spell just to be sure I got it right. I mean, I already got it right. Because sometimes I would get words in my head that I'm is that really the word that I want to use? Is that it's kind of the how to describe, but basically so many words that I use is given to me, okay? So sometimes I have to double check to say that the word that I receive is if that is the right word that I want to use. And they are right, right, just right. And anyway, and then my main monitor, my big monitor, flicker. I was what the fuck? At first it's flicker, and I see it's kind of went black for a moment. I'm did my eye just play a trick on me? And then just after I thought that, the monitor just turned off. Poof. I was what the fuck? But basically the plug kind of came loose. But that's not the point, okay? The point is that it happened right after. So I was so when the monitor came back, seconds after typing the word go, my main monitor flickered and turned off. Was that a sign I would get what I'm asking for? LOL. And then the important thing that happened was that today after seeing the clock 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m. which is basically the time from my dream yesterday about not being in at 2 p.m. but 12 next following day. Next information started happening. 101 0034 that I saw, and then 202. Right at 202, this thing came right to me, which is to me is my next 5th dimension on the news feed. It said, I am not Jesus Christ. I am not Buddha. I am the next step in evolution. I am divinity. And I think you're like, oh my god. That's exactly what I've been waiting on for the iamdiviniti.com project. Because like, I was just like waiting. Like, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what kind of information I'm gonna put on there yet. I mean, I have an idea, like talking about liberation from being a sex object, talking about energy shielding, talking about deflection, reflection, talking about raising my energy vibration, and all in the future or whatever, right? But for now, that's what I see, and of course the fifth dimension newsfeed messages that I've been writing since 2012. That's the only thing I see. And then at the same time, I still don't really know exactly how to like, kind of like define what I am divinity is, other than it being a Star.Child, Diamond.Child, Golden.Child, divine paradigm initiative. So when I received this, while I was eating lunch, it's like, so this is my my line, my motto for I am divinity. It's gonna be my first post for I am divinity. First post. It would be the banner for it too. Cool. So that was cool, right? That was cool. And the other thing that came to me after the whole I am the next step in the evolution, I am divinity thing, was that something that I've been asking God, like, what should I call these numbers that I see? Because there's so many names for activation code, activation number sequence, angel number, and all that. So now today it just came to me that I will simply call AscensionGeometry. The quantum numbers are now AscensionGeometry. And the other two things that came to my mind was about that I share. Oh, too many things to talk about right now. So Justin called me that he's been reading the Celestial Prophecy, and he's now on chapter 7, the 7 inside, and what he's taking from it and stuff like that. So it was cool because I was sharing with him. He's the first one that hear about it, really, about what happened, what I saw yesterday during my 2 hours meditation. And it's nice that he was able to understand what I was trying to show him and tell him. You know? In a way. Which means that in the future he would be able to be more receptive about the information that I can share with him. And for him to be able to share with me too, because I was talking to him, like when I talk to Justin, a lot of time when he listen and participate, he helped me to raise my mental energy vibration so that both him and I can come to a higher understanding together, or higher concept, or higher explanation, more to simplify things. And he did that with me again today about the sky, because I was telling him about what I saw in the sky, and how it's important to look at the sky, to like just observe and to like take the human logic out of it. And he was like, yeah, it's like looking at a painting. I was like, yeah, that's it, God, So it's like, that's why I love you, Justin. That's why I love you. You just say, you are able to like comprehend and say things in such a simple way back, It's like, yeah, like looking at a painting. You don't, some like a masterpiece. You don't try to understand how the artist paint that thing first. You just can't. But you just observe the creation. Right. And the other thing that happened was I took a nap after I took the Justin call came after I took a nap, but I took a nap at around maybe like 2:30 or something. And the spirit woke me up at 3:23 p.m. to imprint messages about evolution to my 3D consciousness. And I went back to sleep. But then I got jolted back, like really jolted back up to to see 357. With like, it felt like with some new instructions about the next phase, and also rules to give me imprint of courage and the next level of courage energy, and also the next level of power of manifestation, and to understand it, and to feel like I also feeling at peace and embraced by God and all that. Now to talk about power of manifestation, because I've been kind of like recalling a lot about the things that I want to happen or the things that I wish for, and it happens. And I've been recounting everything as much as I can since I was a little boy and how it happens. And with great powers comes great responsibility, right? Although it's kind of like you have to like kind of like question, is that real yet? Is that real? Or are you just making that shit up? But then if it's true, then it kind of make me like scared a little to my stomach. Which is, I understand why this dream this afternoon was giving me the energy of courage. And to understand my responsibility. Because one thing that came up, again, I was sharing with Justin, this is one of the other things that, like the source let me know that they are with me. Like, I'm not saying that I'm all powerful, so like I just make it happen. Okay, something make it happen. God. Okay, so I was sharing with Justin that in December, I was checking out metaphysical groups and new age groups around town just to see what's going on, and to also like, because at the time I was still like confused with a lot of informations that I have in this 3D consciousness. I was still going through the process of coming to where I'm today, right now, at this moment. Especially the divine recall hasn't completely finished. It was also like to explore about my own experience that's been happening, and to see what other people have to say. But anyway, in December I went to this one group that was holding something called Oneness Blessing Gathering. And they were doing like this, like, sort of like Reiki, but not. They were doing like a weird ritual. They were doing chanting as well. I don't like the chanting part. I mean, I don't mind the chakra chanting so much, but the other chanting, I forgot what they were doing. And there's like a picture of an Indian couple on the wall, just to remind me of the whole Goenka Vipassana meditation thing. Ugh, I'll talk about that later. I already talked about it, but I just haven't posted it. And like they were doing energy work, like people like started laughing and giggling. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. And like I just didn't, something inside me just didn't feel good about it at all. And when like the first person was over my head, like doing the energy work, I felt like they were trying to get inside my head, or like inserting some energy into me that I did not appreciate. Reminding me of Goenka again. So I decided to do my, toward the end, I was like, I just want to get the fuck out of there. But I was being respectful. I have to complete it, right? I have to complete. So when the second person was coming over to me, I started to get kind of like ticked off. So I was like, I'm just gonna experiment something. First of all, I'm gonna infect this entire room with an energy of wake the fuck up. And then I inserted like mind insertion to the person that was over my head, two of them. It's kind of funny too, because when I was doing that, they did not stay over my head long. Like, they were there for like a minute and then they just stopped. Like, they just, something like made them stop. Because I basically told them, you are not getting inside my head. And I reinserted back what I want them to see. But like, when I was seeing that happening, I was like, wow, it actually worked. Right, so at the end, they were like, do you have any questions? And like that. I said, who's that on the wall? Or they were like, oh, that's that our avatar. They are the one that came up with the oneness blessing and like to help people become awakened and connected to the universe. And you have to be trained in this oneness blessing to give to other. Okay, bullshit, right? So I said to them, so you don't believe in God? And they were like, a response was like, oh, basically God means different things to different people, and people call it different blah 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 blah. I was like, whatever, bullshit story. So I got ticked off, and they could definitely see it on my face. And I didn't like them, right? I didn't like the girl who ran that place, or owned that place, or the woman that was helping her run that meeting. Like the whole time, just like, God, I want this place shut down. These people are like spreading false God. And false awakening. And then, yeah, last week on Wednesday, January 28th, I went to the Reiki circle that Hannah, who I met in December, had asked me to help her be a healer at her Reiki circle. And when I found out, like maybe Monday, before that Wednesday, that was going to be held at that same place that I, at first I was like, I don't want to go there. But then I just, okay, God obviously want me to do this. I need to face my enemy. So I went there, and I'm glad I went because I got to experience something new that was important for me, and I got to have my meditation vision quest that she helped for me to see something that I was supposed to see. But the one thing that happened was, at the end she said, this is not going to be our last time holding this meeting here. I think she only does it once a month. She said the girl lost her lease, and that she doesn't even know what, like the girl doesn't know what she's going to be at yet, because the owner of the unit kind of just sprung it up on her, like didn't give her advance warning about not letting her lease anymore. And it didn't really, like, I was like, that's interesting. I was like, wow. And it's just like kind of funny too that God and the angel army of light, the source, the spirit, want me to see it. Want me to see it. Want me to go and find out for myself that what I wish is being granted. I want that place shut down. Just make me think of all the other things that I've done. And some of the things that I have kind of made happen that I need to reverse. And the other thing that happened that I should share was that after my break room today, I went to break room this evening at 6:30. I was planning to do my video for my, the 7-day after purification, which is basically purification to empowerment, and the next step of reclaim your innocence and liberation from being sex objects. And in my previous video, was it yesterday? Did I make the video yesterday? Maybe I didn't. Anyway, yesterday, God made me listen to the song Always in My Head by Coldplay and put it on a loop so I can listen to it. Especially the line where it said, this, I guess, is to tell you I chosen out from the rest. It was put to for me while I was taking my shower after the beach before my meditation under the full moon. And that song has been important for me yesterday evening, all night. I play it all night too, by the way. Always in My Head by Coldplay. I slept with it all night long last night. It's like God wants me to listen to it and it feels fucking good. It's like songs from God for me, and I'm just gonna listen to it because God put it on the loop to like have it replay on the loop. That's the only song I was gonna listen to, and that was the only song I listened to yesterday evening. At night, slept with it, woke up this morning, and just keep playing it, playing. It calmed me down. Let me know I'm loved. Let me know I'm like, you know, not alone in what I'm doing, that I'm being asked to do. It's like a meditation song for me in a way. It's like, because it's such a good meditative song. It's just such a loving, calming word. I just blasted it all day today too because, you know, funny enough with God having my parents be out of town this weekend, full moon, for me to just be in my own energy, you know, just to absorb everything that's going on. But then today after Brigham, I came home to take a shower, and I was about to play it while I was taking a shower. The song got skipped to the next song after Always in My Head, which is Magic. And at first I was gonna like reverse back to Always in My Head, but then I'm like, oh, since like yesterday with the song being put on while I was taking a shower, and today being in the shower, it's got changed to Magic too. I'm like, okay, I'll play along, I'll listen to it, because I was gonna take a shower and do my video for the liberation from being a sex object, the next step of reclaiming innocence. It's magic. It's called magic. Call it magic, call it true. Call it magic when I'm with you. You know, since this would be like another song from God. But like the first love song from God was No One by Alicia Keys for me. That was in like what, August of 2014. That was amazing too. So, empowerment to accepting responsibility. I have to accept my responsibility and whatever. And to know that everything is as divine plan. To surrender to what I am and to let go. Let people think what they want to think. Don't let them drag me down. And focus on my mission. And trust. And one thing that I really need to work on is getting in touch with my spirit guide. Like getting in touch with, like to remove the doubt, so that I am completely in tune with all of my guides and protectors. I mean, I'm in tune with God. I'm just not completely. I don't feel like I'm completely in tune with my guides and protectors yet, because I doubt too much still. So, this is Nattawat, Apibal, Nathaniel, Artemis, Shepherd, NattyICE. And I am running way behind with things that I have to share. I have notes everywhere, but I'm running behind with things, running behind in my own time that I want to share. But in divine time, everything is working out exactly as divinely time, because divine time is not linear. It's not linear. So everything will be shared according to when it's supposed to be shared.